What's Uchi Gucci, everybody? Welcome back to ItsYaBoy. J-Box, J-Boo, J what it do? Jay, I gotta put it in the bucket. I am out here on Madden 16 Draft Champions, but like I did last week, I'm not talking about this Draft Champions. I'm really here to talk to you about the Buffalo Bills and some other NFL storylines. And people, we all know right now that the Bills are 3-3 after losing our third straight game at home to the undefeated Cincinnati Bengals. We looked awful at yesterday on Sunday. Our defense, they were supposed to have one of the best defenses in the league. People, we haven't been able to stop anybody this year. Pretty much our only really good game was against the Dolphins. I guess you can say we had a good game against the Colts, but the Colts pretty much were just trash more than the Bills being good. And obviously when we went up against the Tennessee Titans, we barely squeaked out a win out of that one. I just don't know what we're doing on defense anymore. You know, Mario Williams was questioning, him and Jerry Hughes have been dropping back in the pass coverage instead of rushing the quarterback, because I think we only have maybe 5 sacks this year. We don't have a lot. We led the league for the last 2 seasons with 50+ sacks. We're nowhere near that pace. It's pretty sad because we had really high expectations for this year. Our defense, we weren't supposed to worry about our defense. Our offense was supposed to be, the trouble spot, especially our quarterback position. But if we keep giving opponents 34 points, we let up 40 to the Patriots, it's just not good, folks. It's just not good. And what's not helping this at all is our freaking injuries, yo. It's ridiculous. Who do we got injured? Sammy Watkins is injured. We saw him. He tweaked his ankle. He barely even, I can't say he's not hurt or anything, but oh my goodness, he barely even tweaked it or anything. He barely moved it. I don't understand, but so he's hurt. Percy Harvin's hip is hurt. He didn't even fly to London this week, so we're not going to see him. Probably not going to see Sammy Watkins. Carlos Williams is still out with the concussion. Who else is out? Everyone forgets about Leotis McKelvin. He has been out since week 1. We won't see him probably till after the bye week or something. I think he's on that designated IR. Aaron Williams is still out. He will be out for a while. And we obviously lost Kyle Williams yesterday. I think I read that he strained his PCL. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that is. Something in his knee most likely, but he's gonna be out. He didn't fly to London. And then we also lost Central Henderson yesterday. He got a concussion. I know John Miller, he was hurt a week or so ago. I don't know the status on him. And obviously Tyrod Taylor, he didn't play yesterday. EJ Manuel played in his place. I actually didn't think EJ did. He didn't do wonderful, but he ain't do trash bags. He ain't do garbage. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have high expectations. I don't think EJ Manuel's a very good quarterback. I think he's very shaky in the pocket with his decision makings, and he's just straight up not an accurate quarterback. Yeah, obviously on the interception that he threw when he was throwing it to Chris Hogan, he drastically underthrew that ball, and then pretty much after that point, he was very tentative with all of his throws for the rest of the day. Go back and check the highlights, because that's really what happened. It's really sad. Thank goodness we got Shady McCoy back. He was our only spark yesterday with that 33-yard run to open up the game. He put that one dude on the ground, put him on the... Oh my goodness, he was looking silly with that juke move. But people, it's just, we're 3-3. If we're looking at the playoff picture, we're technically the 7th seed out of the top 6 make the playoffs. The Steelers are 4-2 and the Jets are 4-1. They are the ones who occupy the 5th and the 6th seed. So obviously the playoffs are not out of the question. We're going up against the Jaguars this week in London in Wembley Stadium at 9:30, really early in the morning. I wake up, I'm gonna be up because I'm not gonna miss the Bills, but I don't like waking up that early on a Sunday morning, but whatever. So they're gonna play the Jags. So hopefully they're 1-5. So hopefully we can get a win there, even if we do have a lot of people injured. Hopefully we can just muster up something. But that's it. That's all I want to talk about for the Bills. Let's talk about some other things that happened yesterday. The big game of the day was the Sunday night game, the Patriots and the Colts. And people, that game was way more competitive than I sure thought it was going to be. I thought the Patriots about to blow them out. But the Colts came in, they had a game plan, and it was all going well. They was in striking distance until, they did that stupid play on 4th down. I don't even know what they was doing. They had over half the team lined up on the right sideline and had a snapper, and they had a guy taking the ball. I don't even know who it was. But like, what were they thinking? They threw away the game. I mean, don't they want to win? I mean, I know they're in the AFC South, so they can afford to lose games because they're going to make the playoffs anyways. They're in a division with the Jags, the Titans, and the Texans. My goodness, that division is straight up booty cheeks. Oh my God. But yeah, the Patriots are looking good. They're undefeated. The Panthers are still undefeated. They had a big win yesterday going up against Seattle in Seattle. You know, we're heading Greg Olsen with like 20 seconds left or something like that to win the game. Cam Newton has given himself a pretty good MVP candidacy. You know, he keeps getting these marquee wins against these big teams. You know, hopefully he can continue. I've always been a big fan of Cam Newton, dating back to when he was at Auburn. I thought he was really good. He's a really funny dude as well. Who else is really good? You know, the Packers, they almost lost to Phillip Rivers, who threw it 65 times yesterday and still managed to lose the game. He threw for like 502 yards, 65 pass attempts, and lost. Like, I don't know how that happens. Like, that's just absolutely ridiculous. But I'm glad they didn't win. I don't ever want AFC teams to win if they're going up against an NFC opponent. That's just good news for the Bills, you know, thinking ahead to the playoff seedings. What else happened yesterday? I'm trying to think. You know, the Broncos, they won. They almost got beat by the Cleveland Browns. That was ridiculous, folks. I can't believe that game went to overtime. Peyton Manning is not looking good this season. He threw like 3 picks yesterday. He threw a pick in overtime and got away with it. The Browns should have 100% won that game. Gary Barnidge, you know, the tight end for the Cleveland Browns, he's been beasting and feasting as of late. He's had a lot of touchdowns, a lot of yards. He's been doing it for the Browns, but they could not get the win, unfortunately. What else happened? You know, the Jets, they steamrolled the Redskins. Even though they had 3 turnovers in the first half, they still found a way to win that game. The Jets are 4-1, people. I can't believe that. Believe me. What else happened yesterday? The Lions, they got their first win. You know, Megatron was beasting. He had like 166 yards or something like that in the touchdown. Coming up big with the game-tying touchdown towards the end of the game. And then, of course, they threw it deep to Calvin Johnson in overtime, and they kicked the game-winning field goal. So good for them. But that's pretty much it that happened yesterday. So let me know what you think about the Bills in the comments section below. What we expecting next week for the Jacksonville Jaguars. But until next time, it's your boy, J Bucks, J Buzzle, J what it do. J, I gotta put it in the bucket. Thanks for watching.